Boom shakalaka, Bitcoin responds to the new president as expected, but it's got some big moves in store. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Left. Today's video, big moves for Bitcoin after the new president is elected. Where things are going, you definitely want to stay tuned. Before we get into it, guys, like the video, join us on Twitter at @TheCryptoLove, and of course, subscribe to the OG Bitcoin and Crypto YouTube channel, making daily videos for over 7 years since the last time this president was in office. Now today, Fear and Greed Index 77 jumped up from last week's to regular greed to this week's extreme greed. And no surprise, the market up over 10% in the past 2 days. Bitcoin at 74,984, Ethereum at 28.17, Solana 187, BNB 594, XRP 55 cents, Dogecoin 19 cents, Tron 16 cents, and Cardano 37 cents. And Bitcoin breaking to new all-time highs in the past couple days. You can see this right up here, sitting just below the all-time high, getting ready maybe for some price discovery. And we have a new president in office, and Bitcoin moved exactly how everybody expected it would if he made it into office. Now, interestingly enough, if we take a look at euphoria, this is taking a look at the MVRV ratio, you can see when it hits 1 sigma or 2 sigma here, those are areas where we experience all-time highs and kind of market tops. But where we are right now, well below both of them, suggesting that no matter where it's going, Bitcoin has a lot of upward room to continue moving up before we see any type of resistance. Plotting out this epoch, this cycle versus previous cycles, again, a lot of upward room before we do hit the top. So that being said, we're in Q4 right now. Historically, Q4 is one of the best quarters for Bitcoin. On average, 82%. Median, which would be the one in the middle, 37%. But right now, we're only at 18%. So still only halfway to the median, and not even a quarter of the way to the average in terms of returns for the fourth quarter, looking like up is the only direction for Bitcoin. Now, interestingly enough, yesterday, if you take all 3 cycles and plot them on top of each other from the days since the cycle bottom, you can see they all lined up almost perfectly. It's like you can't write this stuff. If you don't believe history rhymes, check out charts like this. And if we do take a look when new all-time highs were hit, which are these little black dots, the new all-time high exactly matches the 2021 cycle. You can see this cycle with the 2021 cycle right there. Very, very interesting. Still early bull market, only 2 years from the cycle bottom. Have another whole year of new all-time highs to get. Comparing this year's chart with last year's chart seems to line up pretty well. We had the early July to late mid-July pump. We had a dip in early September, a little consolidation early to mid-October, and then from November up to December, it was just all up territory. Should we plot that chart out? Well past $100,000 by early December of this year. Ooh, exciting month coming. Also, if we take a look of this rising wedge breakout, comparing this with previously, once that breakout occurred, which is happening right now, Bitcoin price had a massive rally. So stay tuned for that massive rally to occur. This signal here is suggesting something big is in the books for Bitcoin. This is the 2-week Bollinger Bands and the Bollinger Band width down here on the bottom. The tightest it's ever been in history. Tighter than way back here in 2015 before Bitcoin went on absolutely massive rally, almost 100x from $200 all the way up to $20,000. Could we see the same thing again? Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, that would be an awesome way to go. But more likely, some of these trend lines, you can see this top trend line here, bottom trend line hits the highs and the lows, and they're due to collide sometime in the future. So maybe it'll flip and then go all the way kind of in a parabolic shape up. But for right now, we're kind of in the center of these 2 log regressions. The bottom, 39,000, the top, 137,000. So if we continue up, you could double your money. If we drop, your money goes in half. Right now, kind of dead center when we look at that chart. But other charts like this, a nice cup and handle formation each cycle, when it breaks out from that handle, which you can see happening right now, this would send Bitcoin to roughly $400,000 by 2025. And if we take a look at some of the most popular predictions for Bitcoin, you can see that they all do kind of go up in a parabolic trend. And this makes sense because there's a fixed supply of Bitcoin. There's infinite money. So after a while, people are going to realize that it's the only lifeboat left out there. And it'll just keep on going up and up and up into eternity. And that's all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, like the video, join us on Twitter through CryptoLove, subscribe to the channel, and also YouTube says watch that video right there. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.